All right, welcome to
Well,
Hadschat 5, the final podcast.
damn.
I have to tell you guys, I found two new co-hosts.
Really?
Yeah,
Feels bad.
Mm,
David Dobrik and Jason Nash.
Really?
oh,
You're replacing them with those fucks?
that's mid as
Are you
fuck.
fucking
What?
serious?
How much do they pay you?
They're not paying me anything, but I get 5 minutes with Corinna at the end of every podcast now.
Wow. You're a fucking sellout, you know that?
Dude, you're literally a sex
Yeah.
addict.
I worked so many fucking 12-hour shifts to make this pod what it became.
He did.
You guys
And
could be
what?
the Jamie though.
For
You
you
know
to
what?
throw it in the trash?
We never figured out on a Jamie. That could be you guys.
No.
You don't want that job. So you're just gonna abandon the podcast completely? That's sort of fake.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're gonna be a sellout and go to fucking Jason Nash and David Dobrik, are you fucking kidding?
Dude,
You're right.
I'm so
I mean,
disappointed
sure,
in you.
fine. Go align yourself with those guys. Get canceled in 5 minutes.
But by getting
See
the
where you
bigger
are,
names, we had
see
to
where you
change
are
the
to you.
name.
What
What's
are you
that?
changing into? What are you changing into?
Viewers.
Pussy chat?
It's just viewers.
Oh my god.
What?
How original.
Wait, that was the name of their old one, right? Views? Wasn't that old name
Views.
Views?
Yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. Good riddance.
Right, you guys gonna start a podcast now?
No, I guess I'm just leaving the pod. See ya.
I guess I'm gonna kill myself on Instagram live and tag you guys. I'll be back. Right, good luck having any viewers now.
Oh wait, I just got word actually. They're not gonna be
I
here for this one, so you guys can still fill in.
am
They said they'll be there the next one.
inevitable. They're not gonna be here? Alright, well then let's get this pod going. Let's get a...
Oh, really? They're not
Let's-
making
let's-
it? Oh,
let's-
let's go.
They
Let's
said they
start-
couldn't make it
I
to
Let's
was-
start with our
I
OG
gotta-
intro.
I gotta end my Instagram live.
Wait, you can still do
Yeah,
that
okay.
bit.
In the bed where I blow my brains out with a buckshot shotgun
Okay.
and paint my walls.
Okay, tell everyone how you were kidding about killing yourself. And it
Who was
wasn't
listening,
all
bro?
about
You haven't
me.
even restarted your app yet. Okay.
I did restart my app. We're rolling, bro.
We're rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling. That was all
Where are we
in.
rolling to?
The podcast started. You guys watched the UNC Duke game?
Actually, I didn't get the chance to. I ended up taking a nap. I got off of work, probably an hour before it started, and I was just so tired, so I ended up going to sleep. But word on the street is Duke won, and Chapel Hill's probably out of the tournament.
Yeah, dude. It was a terrible watch. I somehow got tickets, dude. My roommate.
Yeah, I
How was
saw
it bad
that.
to watch? Just cause like Duke just slammed them? Does that happen?
Or was
Yeah, I
it not
know
a
it
good
was
game?
it was fun. It was still fun to watch. It just sucked that they lost, honestly. 'Cause it was like
Well,
we were all planning to do stuff after, and then we just didn't feel like it.
Yeah, so that was what I was going to ask you, because, you know, you go to Chapel Hill, but you were a Duke fan in the past. Are you fully converted to being a
Yeah.
UNC fan now?
Yeah.
So
And
is it
so
weird to
after-
go home?
I
Yeah,
retired
so
with
that was what I was
Krzyzewski.
going to transition to. So after the loss, and y'all had plans, it was just like no one wanted to do anything, and y'all just went back to the house and did
Well,
nothing?
I'm also 20, so I was just like probably gonna go either way, but I was a lot
Yeah.
less hype.
I get that.
They went to like the bar near our house, but they
And had a
second
couple
Elizabeth
depressed
stayed.
drinks.
Yeah, like Jacob,
Those are
one of my
reasons.
roommates wanted to just go hard because he goes hard no matter
Really?
what. But
Yeah.
um, not everyone else really wasn't vibing with it, honestly. Just sinking in the stars. But yeah, I'm just happy I got a ticket. Honestly, it was fun. I was gonna go to a freaking
How
frat.
did you get a ticket?
My roommate 2 hours before the game calls me and is like, "Bro, I feel sick." And he won like the lottery, and he's like, "Do you want my ticket?" And I was like, "For free?" Because they're selling for
Wow.
$200. And he's like, "Yeah, bro, you can have it." I was like,
Which
"Hell
roommate
yeah,
is this?
David."
Oh, wow.
David,
What a G.
champ.
I know, literally the
Yeah.
goat.
Shout out to David. Speaking, you know, with the same topic, or keeping with the same topic, obviously you guys probably don't care as much, but I just gotta say, Auburn beat Tennessee yesterday, and that was a monumental moment as are now considered to be Tennessee's daddy. So
And everything.
Tennessee was
Yeah,
in
you're
everything.
right.
Tennessee's number 12 was number 12 in the country. But
So,
Auburn always beats Tennessee. So
damn. Feels bad for Tennessee. So Cameron,
So
is
we're-
it weird when you
we're
get
tournament bound.
home and your walls have like Duke painted on them? Like your
Yeah, that
actual,
is pretty
like,
weird.
shop at
And
home?
the literal like jersey of Jason Tatum behind my bed.
Yeah.
Man, my whole room's painted Duke blue. It is weird,
So
actually.
weird.
I don't think anything of it though. Like I'm not like God, I hate my room. I sleep like on the couch or something. I don't care that
The
much.
lights are always off.
have you considered like changing
Making
it,
it Carolina
or is
blue?
it just like at the
Yeah, I
point
don't
where it's like
care,
you're so
no.
old at this point it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I
like,
don't care.
Just wait it out.
It's just my room when I go home. It just stays. I really don't care
Yeah.
at all. Plus,
Yeah.
I'm planning on after I graduate just living because we're finishing the basement. My basement isn't finished at my house, so we're
Yeah.
planning on just finishing the basement. I'm gonna live down there. It's gonna be sweet.
That'll be nice. Have your
So,
own little like
yeah.
pad.
So I'm not even gonna have to worry about my room. But I knew we were gonna lose to Duke, bro. Like Filipowski's a
Are
monster.
they
Their
good?
center. Yes, dude. It's like
I don't watch any college basketball, so.
well, we have one. We basically have one player that's good. We have two players. Our center, Baycott, he's good,
Mhm.
and then we have one guard that's good, R.J. Davis. Caleb Love gets like everyone hypes up Caleb Love. I fucking hate Caleb Love. He's so ass. He went 0
Well,
for 6 last night
It's interesting though
Over.
because
Oh, yeah, I
y'all
took 6
kept
shots.
from three.
Yeah.
From three, 0 for 6.
y'all
Oh.
kept a lot of your talent from last year, but it just seems like it didn't really carry over to this year. But what I was gonna say about Caleb Love is he has a lot of like raw talent, but he's not a smart basketball player. He
Yes,
doesn't
his
have
shot
good IQ.
selection, dude, is terrible.
Yeah, but the thing is if I was a GM in the NBA, late pick in the second round, I would 100% take him because if you can teach him some fundamental basketball and like teach him, smart selection of shots, all that type of stuff, he could develop into something really good, I think.
Yeah,
Wait, so
I
how
even
are they
think,
so good last year? Don't they have like 4 of the same players? Or
dude,
is
they
that
weren't
just
even
why they
so good
lost?
last year. They were
His
ass
peaks
all
are just
year
really high.
until the
Until the
latter
championship?
half, like literally like right now.
All that
The-
matters is when you get hot. And if you get hot early, you're going to struggle in March Madness. But if you get hot late, you're going to make a run. And that's exactly what UNC did.
Yeah, like we were
I mean,
So
never.
they literally just like peaked hard. And then
Yeah, I
just
mean, you
happened.
beat Duke twice. And then you
Also,
go to the tournament and just run the table. That helps a lot with confidence. And that's probably why Caleb Love was playing pretty good last year. He had a lot of confidence in himself. So even though his shot selection was still not that good last year, he was making the shots because
Mhm.
confidence. So
we just have no one that can play the three ball. Like last year, we lost Manic, like the mountain man looking
Oh,
dude
yeah,
with the
that guy.
beard.
Mhm.
He was like one of our
yeah,
best players
The
this year,
ginger
just
guy.
all around. Yeah,
that
we
dude was
lost
lights
him.
out. He was Larry Bird Jr.
Yes,
Like,
dude.
whenever y'all needed a shot because you were down, that man stepped up corner three and hit it.
Yeah, and we lost him.
Oh, for the viewers that don't know, Cam, our lovely host, actually got to go to like March Madness finals or Final Four. And
Oh yeah, I got to go last year, which was completely different vibe. Jesus, it's so different. Like even though it was the Duke UNC game, it didn't feel like it because it was just two like not that hype teams this year, honestly. It was still packed as hell in there, but it was just a different vibe than like Final Four, obviously. Duke UNC, Krzyzewski's last game, but they had a Last of Us out there, so that got me hype at least.
Did they read it off? Or like it was like on a billboard?
It was like on just the big screen.
Oh, okay.
I don't. In the Last of Us world, actually, would you guys if you got bit, would you tell people?
Hmm.
I don't think I would, dude. I would just wait the turn. I don't want people would gank me on the spot. I know you don't watch the show,
Yeah,
but like,
you instantly die. Imagine the same thing as like Walking Dead, right? Where you like you wait a little bit and then you just like turn, right? Is that how it
yeah,
works?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to take a leak.
I don't know. I probably would wait, I guess. Well, if it's like my homies, I guess I would just leave, right? You just leave and go out into the
So
wild.
you just walk off. Yeah,
You
but
can.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a good question though. Like I think personally, if we're going off how the show works, I probably wouldn't say anything because you do straight up just get shot in the head in most cases, unless you're around really close friends. Like they're no one's taking any chances, you know. Like if you are infected and bit, like that's it for you. Like you're just gone. But
Yeah.
I feel like for me, if I was around like whoever I was running with at the time, I would tell them and have them, shoot me like right as I turn.
Like
That way I'm not
peacefully.
a yeah, that way I'm not walking around a zombie, you know what I mean? Later on. I'd rather just be done and not be like this
Would you not,
controlled
Cam?
zombie.
Hell no. I would also walk away like you. I don't. Because what if I just walked away from my group and they're like, they send a bunch of resources after me. They're like, where'd Cam go? We need to go find him.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
what if he
Oh,
just
hey, leave a
dipped?
note. Like, you can just leave a note. Like, yo, I got bit.
I'm
Oh, you
dipping.
just, I guess, I'm
I'd probably
dipping.
tell goodbyes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess so.
I would definitely
Yeah.
wouldn't tell though in the moment because everyone's on edge in the
And then
world.
you just turn and kill all your homies.
Yeah, we could all be on the winning team together.
Oh
Dude, the
my
thing
god.
is, and this
It's a
is,
crazy
I don't
mindset.
know, like how true it is. I think it's true. At least in The Last of Us, like the fungus like controls you, but you're still there as like a person. Are you not?
I don't know. I don't know if that's
I'm
Oh man,
pretty
confirmed.
I don't
sure
wanna fucking die.
I'm pretty
What?
sure I saw that or like
You're
know about that.
conscious?
Like I don't know if you're fully conscious, but like you as a person, your soul is still inside of you, but you have no control over what your body does. So like I guess yeah, you would be consciously like killing and eating like
Oh, that's even
humans.
worse.
So
Yeah,
that's
no,
why
I
at
was
least
about to
in that
people.
universe, I'm definitely having them at least kill me eventually.
Hmm.
Because imagine you're just like roaming around, you've completely changed what you look like because of the virus and like or fungus in this case.
So you're on like an expedition. You get bit. As soon as you guys get back to base camp, you're just like, guys, I got bit.
Well, no, I'm probably having a freaking existential I'm having like a fucking crisis, like an existential crisis, right? And then
Yeah, yeah,
I guess
definitely.
I tell the people. Well, you're probably in like a denial, right? For the first like.
Yeah, you definitely
I
are.
definitely didn't get bit. This is just like it's been there a while. The cut
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
branch.
Yeah, you're just your brain is gonna be like, nah, there's no way. Yeah, I got like I it was a piece of metal I just like ran up against when I was like I don't know, climbing up the 13th ladder or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What if you had like a week to turn? Then what do you do?
Well, I'm spending the
I
whole week and then till
yeah.
it tells in. In the
Uh,
Last of Us universe, towards the tail end, I'm going to have them kill me. Because in the Walking Dead universe, like you get bit, like you're not just getting bit, you're getting ripped apart. And I guess in The Last of
mhm,
Us too. But in The Walking Dead, in most cases, at least for the main characters, like you're bleeding out and you really have no shot of even surviving. And then eventually you're
mhm.
gonna turn, so like they normally just shoot you in the head.
Well,
Like that's
sometimes
just
in
the
Walking Dead, there has been like scenes where they get like just get like scratched by like a zombie, or they get like barely bit and they survive, and then they have to like kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, that's a good point because there are some that do, and basically in those cases they just sit there with them, console them, and then wait till they kind of like pass as a human, and as soon as they've
Mhm.
like expired, then they shoot them in the head. That way they don't turn, because in The Walking Dead it's like out of respect, like you don't want to see your friend walking as a walker, you
Mhm.
know. So.
That'd be fun, dude. Killing your friend as a zombie. I feel like that would be like awful, right?
Yeah, and
Or
that
worse.
happens in the show. Like
Yeah.
they run into people they were once friends with or whatever in some cases. So
God, dude.
that would
That'd
be
be
tough.
terrifying seeing
Hmm.
like a Sam zombie.
I know, and then you got to
We could keep it
like
as a pet.
some people did too. That's a thing. That
Wait,
was also a thing.
actually?
Yeah, that actually does
Yeah,
happen, yeah.
so
They
I
like keep
mean,
their loved ones like tied up.
I'm gonna
Pretty
say it
good.
because a lot of people quit watching the show after this point when Glenn dies, and at this
Hmm.
point, it's not even a spoiler. Everyone knows Glenn dies.
Everyone knows, yeah.
And so no, everyone quit watching then. But later on in the show, you meet a guy named Negan. Or no, it's not Negan.
No,
It's the
that's
governor.
before.
It's the governor. And this is before Glenn, so once again, not really a spoiler. The governor's daughter actually became infected, and he chained her up and like kept her because he thought like one day he'd be able to like cure her.
That's
And so
valid.
essentially, she was a pet.
I see that idea.
But
I
then
mean, that
later on,
happens in just normal real life world, and like someone passes away, they'll like keep their like decaying body like in the basement, in like some like crazy instances, because
yeah, they can't
they
let go.
can't like accept that they're dead. Yeah, so they just keep
Yeah.
like whatever part of them is left.
I'd probably, so say I get turned day one. I'd probably just eat as much food as I can, live my life, shoot all the ammo at shooting range.
Oh my
Try
god, so
to.
you're just fucking up your group like to the max.
Oh, so you're doing like that
I'm
Like,
living
one
my life to
movie.
the top.
That one movie where they like find themselves in like
I'm never joining camps like
Leonardo
group.
DiCaprio's like house or whatever.
Well, I'll never get bit, Hoss, so you don't gotta worry.
Yeah,
Get,
you'll never
Zombie
get bit
Land,
because you'll
that's what
throw
it's
everyone
called.
else under the bus, bro. Yeah, I never like if I'm in this apocalypse, I did not want to be a cam, bro. Cause like
Yeah.
there's like it's either 50%. Like Cam's either gonna have the best plan where we can like all live, or it's only gonna be him living.
dude, what?
And
You're crazy. I would want to. You think I would want to live by myself? Just like go on living? No,
I
I'd want
think
a squad.
that if we're trying to survive, bro, and the best plan is to like trip Hoss, then that's what's gonna happen.
Wait, does that save the
And
whole group? I mean, probably actually. If the whole group dies, or just you die if we trip you, I'd probably do it. I would expect you to do the same.
Yeah, I don't know. See,
That's
this
just
is
that's
what's
like
this is
that's what
what's
you
fucking
need in a
stupid.
leader, though. Like you don't want
I
someone
guess
to
that
be
is
like, oh,
true.
no, I don't want to kill Hoss. Let's just all die together. Like, no, I want to
Oh yeah,
fucking
you
kill
gotta be
Hoss so
cutthroat.
everyone else lives.
No doubt.
Okay, that's fair enough point. Oh,
But no,
yeah,
I
as
definitely
long as you fucked.
I definitely don't tell people that I turned. 'Cause I want to live the rest of my life. Maybe the last day, actually. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm memeing when I say like do all this to screw up the group. I would probably like live the first 6 days out, then say my goodbyes, then probably walk away though. I still wouldn't want to die. I think in my head, I don't think I could just die.
Yeah, but which universe are we talking? Because in The Walking Dead, you can't, you will die as a human because the fever kills you, and then you
Yeah, I'd rather
die, and
die
then you
like
turn.
that.
Yeah, so in that case, then like as long as you're with your group, like they'll eventually realize that you got bit because one day you'll just be lying there dead, and then like an hour
Hmm.
later you'll turn, so they'll end up shooting you
And most people with The
or
Walking Dead are like
disposing
gods
of you.
at killing zombies, so it's like
Yeah,
no big deal to them to like
and
just
they like
kill one
snip
zombie.
that shit out, like they'll know that you got bit anyway.
Hmm.
So
There needs to
I
be
think that's what
another.
most people would do too, though. Anyway, like they'd want to have their final goodbyes and whatever else there is to that.
God, that
Maybe
would suck so bad. It's literally the worst way to die in The Walking Dead, because like you like survive like a crazy attack or like a crazy like zombie incident, and like everyone's good, and then like, you're like walking back to camp or like your next place you're going, and then you see like you got bit like one time.
That's true, but I would rather die that way to what has brought society to where it was than die to like some looter or raider that like just wants my
Mm.
shit. You know what I mean?
But
Because it's
yeah,
like
I'm
you're
saying, but
dying by
imagine
the
like
hand of the people that are
I
safe
don't know,
in
dude,
this.
but like think about you're like celebrating because you just like survived like the 19th zombie attack on like Grandin Falls this month, and then
Oh
you like
yeah,
are
I
like, and then
agree.
you look
That's a
down and you're like,
shitty way to die.
oh fuck, dude, they got
Yeah.
me, dude, they got me.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe you would just want to get
Yeah,
shot by a looter and
that's what
just
I'm
like die
saying. At
then
least
and
then you
there
just die.
rather
At least
than
then you're not
anticipation
celebrating.
in a
Yeah.
fever. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good point.
Like I don't know. I don't think I would want to know I'm gonna die. I think I would rather just die.
Yeah, I could agree to that.
I feel like most people. That's how most people die in The Last of Us, at least. Prior to obviously first month of the outbreak happening. Like in
Yeah.
the show so far, there hasn't even been zombies hardly. It's mostly just
Yeah.
people on people action.
Or people just fucking about people. Yeah.
I think that's what the big draw is with shows like that. It's the apocalyptic, like how does society adapt or how do humans like change when there's no structure? And
Hmm.
a lot of those shows portray like selfishness and fucking anarchy, which I think is pretty realistic to what would happen. So,
I mean, yeah, you revert to animal, right? Like when you're just like only going on surviving. So
yeah.
it's just like,
Like there's no like currency anymore. There's no laws. Like the only goal in at that point is to stay hydrated, eat, and live.
have shelter. Yeah.
Yeah, like material items don't matter anymore. At least in the beginning of it all. Maybe 10 years down the road if you survive it all then, but
Do you think like I feel like now I have a problem like getting bored very easily? Do you think that if you're like in it, think about it, you say you like you're not gonna have like video games or like probably not a lot of books you can do or like not even a lot of music you have access to, right? If you're like in the zombie apocalypse, think you're
yeah.
just like be bored all the time, or would you never be bored because you're like always just like surviving?
No, I feel like
Yeah, I don't
life would
think
have
you'd get
ultimate
bored.
purpose. Finally,
Yeah, it'd be at its most like natural state, I'd think.
Mhm.
Like
surviving's all that
out in the
matters.
elements, surviving, and that's all you got. And
Literally,
then
what we
plus like
talked about
family and
with
friends.
Iraq, like how they were like all they cared about was like surviving, honestly, and
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just going to their next battle and then yeah,
yeah, just getting
and
through
they're
the
like
next
doing
day.
office
I
jobs
feel
and
like that'd
stuff.
be a
Except
cool,
for
coolest part of
except for
life
the
to see.
pushing the agenda part. That's the only difference there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it would be I feel like at times you would probably like it because you'd get that disconnect that a lot of people don't or can't give themselves when it comes to technology.
Mhm.
But also, I feel like there'd be days where it's literally a living hell, and you would rather go back to what life used to be like.
100%.
Oh,
So
90% of the time people would want to go back.
yeah,
But you'd find a lot of joy in just like, oh, we can freaking take time to just go fish
yeah, like
today.
the little things in life.
Yeah. Or just card games.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's like, oh man, we used to be able to fish. Now we have to fish and patrol the entire area with our like eyes and our ears while we're fishing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To
Yeah.
like make
it's true.
sure that like, like fishing is never just fishing anymore. Like, oh, I caught something, reels it in, it's a fucking dead fisherman like on the fucking hook, like trying to eat me.
Well, the
Like,
one
damn,
good
that
thing, at
sucks.
least, say it did become reality, is that according to the shows and how the zombies work in those, like they normally stay
Mhm.
in massive groups. So like you kind of like can
Mhm.
gauge when those groups are gonna come to where you're at, kind of like the weather almost.
Yeah, that
You
makes
have you
sense.
have like scouts that go and see like their pathing and shit. And you might run into like one or two stragglers from here or there, but like if you survive the full year, you probably
Mhm.
can easily handle those
Easily
one or two.
handle it. Yeah, yeah,
It's
100%.
just when the hordes come and like you're overwhelmed, like you have no hope unless you
What do you think?
planned, you know.
Like the biggest, like what do you think? What's like the optimal group size is? Like, are you gonna try to
Um,
be like in a massive like settlement of like 100,
Oh, if you
or
could
do you
do
want to
that,
like
that's
stay?
definitely
Do you want to
optimal.
stay super tiny?
I
I
I would
feel
want to
like
think
be in a massive settlement if that's possible.
my thing is this is
the
at least,
settlement is always so sketchy though.
yeah,
At least in the
looking at how the
show.
shows go, like anything over like 100 or like 70, it turns into like
Like
a
hell.
dictatorship, and they are all communes. So if you are not someone that likes communism, then you definitely don't want to do that. Like the place
Somebody who
that
doesn't like communism, they see a settlement just self-sufficient. They're like, oh, I don't like communism. I'll just go back to roaming the
no, but like
streets.
communism is fucked. Like you're a slave
Communism is
essentially.
good. Communism
Not in
is
a
good at the
world like
bottom
that.
scale. No, I
Yeah.
think that's where communism shines though, in like in a way, right?
Yeah,
In
but
like the
the thing
tribes of
is,
150.
like based off of like The Last of Us, like there's a
Yeah,
lot of
that was
like
great.
political issues with that though. Like
Not in
people get
Tommy's camp.
people, yeah, but that's a commune, and I personally wouldn't want to be there because eventually it would grow to something, or someone would have some sort of agenda that I wouldn't be in agreement of, or be told it's a commune, you need to go do your job, and guess what your job is? You're gonna clean up the shit that
I mean,
everyone has. Like, would
that's
you want
not
to do
that.
that? In a commune, you have
Yes,
to
I'd
do that.
rather do that than wander alone. Wait,
Fight
so what's your
zombies.
answer
Yeah,
then?
but instead of that, I would
What's
prefer something more like Rick's group in The Walking Dead. Like a little over like 20 people and everyone kind of
Mhm.
does a little bit of everything, more like capitalistic type, and we all come together for our greater goal, which at the end of the day is just survival. I just feel like that'd be better.
well, my answer
Cause
would be
then,
commune, because yeah, I'd be fine with cleaning shit as long as I have food. Someone else is getting the food for me, and I have some place to sleep.
yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing, especially in a zombie apocalypse. I
The
just would
worst thing is
prefer the
definitely
Rick style.
alone.
Yeah, no doubt. Unless, of course, you're like a god and like you know
And you just
everything.
want to be alone, and you just like,
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if you're alone, you like can't stand in the same place unless you're just like ultra secluded.
Yeah. and you gotta, if you're alone and you're outnumbered,
You
you're
have to keep
fucked. So
moving.
I'd want to be in a minimum group of like 20, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think 20 is perfect.
Yeah.
You're like 15. I think 15 is also fine. You can do a lot of 15 people.
If this shit did happen in real life, though, I do feel like I'd probably gravitate more towards like the Fedra type shit. But looking at it from the outside and like assuming it never happened, I would prefer the Rick style of things. Like, kind of have your leader, but you have little like other leaders, and everyone's just kind of together with one thing. And
Communism.
like, no, because you get to choose your
Socialism.
role. In a commune, you just get assigned.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why it doesn't work sometimes. So, and also like you get like in like a commune, like a real one, like you would get only a allotted amount of food or whatever else you need, and if you need any more, too bad, so sad. You know what I mean?
Well, if it's like a successful commune where everyone's like friendly with each other, like it was in Tommy's, I'm pretty sure if you're like dying, like I literally need food, like please give me some more food. I'm sure they're gonna
I mean,
not
I'm sure, but I'm
deny you
just
food.
going off of like the raw idea of it. Like everyone gets an equal amount,
Also,
and
if
there
it's a
isn't
true
any
survival
extra for
situation,
anyone else.
like, yeah, they're gonna like. It's just a survival situation, right? They're probably gonna put your, whatever your job is gonna be assigned to is gonna be like to your strengths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Like
would
most
think,
likely.
but you also got to take into account like the commune doesn't care about the individual; it cares about the group or like the idea of it all. So like they're gonna worry
Exactly.
more
So
about all the supplies for everyone rather than one individual who might be sick. So that's where you could get screwed. Also, you know what I mean?
I feel like
Because they're
that's
gonna
oh
say
just like
yeah.
they're gonna
one
say,
type
oh,
of
you need these
commune.
medical supplies, or I'd rather use, oh, you need extra food. Well, then they're gonna whoever's running that shit's gonna say, well, now we have to give extra food to everyone else, and we can't do that.
That's not true. I feel like you're
That's
pick and
that
choosing
would
a
be that
commune.
is a valid
Like, that's not gonna
like
be
truth of that though.
everyone.
Like I said, I'm looking at it from the concrete definition of what it is. I know there can be tweaks to it, and Joel's Brothers commune or whatever we want to call it may not be exactly like that, but just without adding any sort of factors, that's how it would be ran in my eyes,
Well, you're thinking
and
of
I wouldn't
like
like that.
your dream thing was a group of like 20 people. I'm sure there's gonna be like you're thinking of it in like your dream way how Rick's the main character was. I'm sure there's like once you're an old man or something, they're like, oh fuck this guy. Like that could definitely happen in a group of 20. They're just slowing the group down. Like
Hmm.
Well,
half the
that's
group
the
might be
thing
like, well
though,
fuck this dude.
is in that show, if you've watched it, that never happens. Everyone stays together. It's like no man left behind, like the Marines. It doesn't matter how
Yeah, but
old
that's
you
just the
are.
one
You
group
could
of
Yeah,
be,
that's what I'm
people.
saying though. You're pick and choosing your
you could,
group, but like you're
yeah,
also
but
pick and
you
choosing a
guys,
commune.
all right. I mean, that's fair. That's a good point. I'm just saying, would I want a concrete definition of a commune during this, or would I want
The perfect 20
Or
people
the
open,
group.
a
perfect
more
Rick group.
open group? I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like
Oh,
y'all might be looking into it too deep, just like me.
are you guys looking forward to any games right now?
Oh, just in general? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Skull and Bones to the max. To the max.
Yeah,
Skull and
that one
Bones
I'm
seems like
looking
it's gonna be
forward
so much
to.
fun.
GTA 6, I feel like everyone's looking forward to, because that's going to be like even better than what Red Dead Redemption 2 was, and the attention to detail in that was unreal. So that's a game. Sons
Does
of the
GTA 6 have a
Forest,
release date?
No.
no, but they started releasing more footage and shit these past couple days, and like talking about
Huh?
it more. It's like
Wait, really?
confirmed. Pretty sure. I saw some TikToks on it now. It could have just been the old footage that they already like got leaked, but it looked like stuff I'd never seen. So
Like, why are you hyped for that pirate game, Hoss?
Because it's kind of like Sea of Thieves, but it's like gonna be on console. Like it's a multi. You have like up to 8 people like on your ship at one time. And I mean, it's made by Ubisoft, which also I mean, it's not the most exciting thing, but at least know like it probably will be a working game. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's true. Just with microtransactions.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be definitely micro. There seems to be like a lot of customizability. It's PVE and it's PVE VP, and I like PVE and PvP combined.
Wait, so it's just gonna be like 8 people on a ship sailing, and then you can run into other
You
people?
can, you can run into you can do like a bunch of PvE, or you can like choose to like, or on accident like say someone else chooses to run and fuck with you, and then you have to fucking do like a pirate battle with them, either on ship or on land, and you can like take
It's
their loot and shit.
also a more realistic looking game versus Sea of
Mhm.
Thieves, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphics look great, at least in the trailers and the photos we've seen in the game. It looks fun as fuck, and there's like hella customization. Like your ship can look like
I
sick.
wonder how it's gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna be like Ark, where there's servers that you choose, or Rust.
I think that's how it's gonna be, but I'm not really sure. I'm not exactly sure
Yeah, I have
how
to see. That's
it's
hype
gonna be.
because they have to get a lot right. Like they can't make the map too big and have it only 64 players in a world,
Mhm.
or
And
like
like, how is it gonna be like when you're offline? Like, does your ship just like disappear into the sea, and then you like come back in and like you just like you're spawning with your ship? You know what I'm saying? So there's a
yeah.
lot I don't know, but I have good hope for it. But I mean, it could either be like the best game of all time, or like be, like really ass, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that's
That's
its
a
only two
lot of
options.
games.
It's either gonna be peak and everyone's gonna play it, or it's gonna be like a flop
but
and
like
like
your ship is like your base essentially, and that's
that's
like
cool.
how it is. Yeah.
I'm hyped for it because I haven't really heard that much about it, so that's a good sign. It's not gonna be like Cyberpunk, where it's the most hyped up thing ever and then flopping at least.
Yeah, I know. I just hope that game has like a lot of good like side missions and stuff.
But I do know there's like an infamy level in the game. So like the more like infamous of a pirate you are, like the more like I guess like the more like known you are in like either like the server or just like in the game and how the
Mhm.
PvE works into it. And you can like get like better loot, whatever, and like
So is
better
there gonna be
ships and whatnot
towns
and
that you
stuff.
can visit,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
loot?
yeah. There's
Mm.
be like towns and stuff. Yeah.
That'll be cool.
And I think
So
you
it's
can
like
have
land
multiple
and sea.
ships. I think you can have multiple ships too. Like if you like are a big enough pirate, like you can have like a fleet, which is gonna be cool.
Damn. Oh yeah, because you get
Set in
alliance,
the
so people
Indian
probably.
Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna
Maybe we
be
can go to Malaysia.
huge. I
Mhm.
wonder how many people they're gonna have on a server and stuff.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Because for a game like that to be really good, it'd have to have a huge map. So
Mhm. I agree.
At least what GTA 5 has. And that's
yeah,
like at the low level. I'd want a little more, honestly.
I
yeah.
mean, I have no clue,
Because if you're
so
on
we'll
the
see.
ocean, you don't want to be seeing ships like next to you the whole time. You want a
Yeah.
ship encounter to be like a pretty cool thing. I feel like.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't heard that much about it, but like I don't know. Like the best game ever, like I mean, like the best game like ever like thought about is would be like the One Piece game. Have you seen that like theory of a video game? Like just like One Piece,
Oh,
like
someone just making it 1-to-1
like
or
like
something.
just making it like a god game where like you just like start out in like one of the four seas and then like one of the four C's, and then like somehow like trying to go like onto like the red line, and like there's like actually like the like I don't know like devil fruits are as rare as they actually are in the show. You can only have one and shit.
Yeah, I'd be so mad to play that game and not get a devil fruit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That would be
saying,
so
dude.
ass.
It would be like the like next level video game essentially, because like nothing's guaranteed, and like if you have like a fucking like the fucking like
God,
fire devil fruit whatever, you're just like
if it was
dying and
actually
like
everyone
actually how
in
the
one
show is.
server, if
Yeah,
everyone that plays the
yeah,
game in one server
yeah,
and devil fruits
yeah.
1-to-1, can you imagine how much they'd sell like NFTs?
That's
The
what I'm
Gummu
saying. That's what
Gummo
I'm
me
saying.
or a
Yeah,
mythical
yeah.
fruit just
Mhm.
selling. You could sell that for bands, guaranteed IRL money.
That's what I'm saying. IRL money. But like at that point, that game could be like so big that like you wouldn't even like want to sell it for IRL money. And
Yeah,
like imagine like there's people that actually like, want to be in the Marines, and there's people that are like gods at the game, so they're like just like the number one
that would be
recruit. Oh
amazing.
god. Yeah,
But
it's like the best
at
game
the
of all
same
time.
time, I don't know. I don't want to end up being Kobe, part
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying. You can
start of the
either just
game.
be nothing. But think about like how it would start in the beginning. It'd be like just like us, like all of our group people, like where'd y'all spawn at? And then I spawn in fucking like the north,
The
and you spawn
East
in the
Blue.
south, and we're not gonna see each other for 2 years, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, yeah, the game would be epic. It'd be so cool.
That'd
Another
be
But
game I'm really excited for is the new open world, like one-to-one Star Wars game where you can choose if you want to be like a Jedi, a bounty hunter, a Civ, a Sith,
God, dude,
all
that's
that shit. And
crazy.
it has the entire like uh planets, all the planets, all like it's everything. And it's like air to ground to space, like all that
Mhm.
shit. and that's gonna be dope. I don't think that comes out for like another 2 years. It's like 2025, I
It's gonna be
think.
on console.
That's what it's supposed to be on, console and PC. But
Because I
who
feel like
knows these
those
days?
games have such a hard time coming to console. 'Cause there's so much
I think it's
little stuff
Ubisoft
normally.
making it also, though, if I'm not mistaken.
God, dude. You see, the only
And
problem is like I wish you would give like an indie company that has like the guts and like the heart into the project, like Ubisoft level money to like make a game like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree because you'd have to get more staffing for the indie company to make something like that. Like that's just so much.
it'd be hard for someone to
So if
rely
you
on
gave
that
them
too.
more money, then they definitely could hire more developers and shit. And then they probably would put more into it.
If
But
you're
I
a
think
That's
I
what I'm
still
saying.
think Ubisoft can do a good job.
if you're a billionaire though, you're not just gonna be like, oh hey, little indie company that's made one successful 500 megabyte game. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have
no,
you
it's
build the Star Wars
no,
game.
yeah, it makes no sense. I'm
Well,
just
that's
saying,
kind of how
it just
like
kind of
EA
sucks.
did a little bit. I mean, DICE is bigger than an indie company, but like DICE wasn't like that crazy, and then like they kind of had them make all the Star Wars games instead of EA actually making it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they
So,
do outsource a lot, like different companies. Like
yeah.
most of like your favorite like random like video game companies are just like outsourced. Like
Mhm.
like a huge company was like, yo, make this game for us.
Yeah, or they like outsource and have them work on it too, type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised you didn't mention your hype for Silk Song Haas as a test.
Oh my God, yeah, fucking Silk Song, dude. Yeah, I did fail the test. Holy shit. No,
You
Silk
failed.
Song is like in the back of my mind because like I just like
It's never coming out.
I
It's just a myth.
oh, this because it's never coming out. Yeah, so I'm like not hyped for it at all. Maybe if I like, maybe as like a collective of like all the Hollow Knight fans, if we just like all forget it ever was announced, then it'll come out. Like if there's just like negative hype for it, then
People
it'll probably
think they're
come
just
out.
gonna shadow drop it. Like literally
Dude,
just
if
one
they
day you
just,
check PS Store
dude,
and it's just out.
dude, if that happens, I don't know what I want to do.
I,
Like that'd be so hype.
that's all my games I'm looking forward to right now. I have a single multiplayer game in the back of my mind that I'm like nutting
Yeah,
over.
Silk Song. Dude, I don't
Spider-Man
know any other
2?
video games. Oh, there's that one game I really want to play that's been on the Game Awards 2 years in a row that I can't remember the name of. That has the coolest trailer ever, both times. It's only on PC though. That one game that we always thought says looks dope every Game Awards.
I know what you're
Remember that
talking
game,
about, but
Push?
I don't
Yeah,
remember what it is either.
yeah. I'm hyped for that game. That game looks so much fun.
What about
But
Spider-Man 2? It could be co-op, people are thinking.
like me as Miles and you as like
Yeah, or
Spider-Man.
oh yeah, that's what people like. It's all theories though. Venom's gonna be in it. I'm so excited for that game. I didn't even like Miles Morales that much, just because they
Why do you
paid
like Miles
just
Morales
because it was $70 for like a 10-hour game.
for a DLC?
Yeah, that's stupid, but it was a great game. Besides that, when they made it free, I platinumed it because I mean I'm a Spider-Man fan. Also, the Breath of the Wild sequel. This actually could be the year for games that hasn't happened in a minute. 'Cause all these games are supposed to come out this year. Silk Song, Spider-Man 2, Tears of the Kingdom, all of this. I'm probably forgetting one too. Did you ever play Breath of the Wild?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
did not.
bro, Mans. Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild
for
is
real.
so good. And the Elden Ring DLC is also coming out.
Oh yeah, that's also very hype for that. I think that's gonna be sick. Cause like apparently I saw like like apparently all like the Souls games DLCs are like better than the actual game, or like a lot of the time. Feels like favorite like
They're
bosses
normally
from
good.
the DLC.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I'm
just don't
excited for
miss
that.
that company, bro.
Hmm.
Gosh, damn.
Oh, and there's that other game that they're making too. By the same company, FormSoft. They're making a game. They announced the Game Awards. It's pretty hype. It looks great. I forgot what it's called.
This is
But that's
supposed to come out
exciting.
soon.
No.
Sag.
No
Games,
video games actually come out soon. Games never actually come out.
and there's no
That's
multiplayer games
facts.
I'm looking forward to, bro. Like, where's the next competitive multiplayer? Where's the next Fortnite?
I don't think that's ever gonna happen again.
Never? It
I
will.
mean,
It'll happen
I
again.
I just don't know. The IPs are just so big, a lot of these ones, and they're all transitioning to where they don't do, yearly releases. So they're gonna start actually making the multiplayer games like pretty solid, and people won't switch off of them because they just have way more resources, I feel like. And like it takes the
Yeah, it's
casual
just like
gamer to make a game fun because they're ass, and all the people that really play enjoy slamming them.
Yeah.
like I think at least generalizing it a little bit, that's kind of how it is. At least
Oh,
Fortnite,
I'm
for
actually
example.
excited for Dead Island too.
Oh yeah, I've heard you guys talk about. Oh, and MK12, the year of games. Oh, I can't wait, dude. It just has,
The new Final Fantasy also
yeah.
coming out.
For a multiplayer game to be good though, it just has to have incentive to grind. That's what I love about what game was it? Also Fall Guys. Do you guys know what Fall Guys does? It has its own. All games nowadays have battle passes pretty much. But Fall Guys has a wins
Like the
battle
Victory
pass.
Pass.
Yes,
Yeah.
like you only advance in it if you get the victory. Like I think that's so sick.
That is
Give
a
you
cool
give
concept,
you
actually.
motivation to actually win. And the best of the
The
best only
game,
have the skin that you can't pay for. You have to win to
in
get to it.
in order for a multiplayer game to be a god multiplayer game to come out nowadays, it literally has to either do like everything perfect in like a genre that's already existing. Okay. But even then, that's not even enough. It has to make something up completely new. Has to be competitive enough to where people will stay and play the game. And it also has to have a god casual fan base.
Yeah, like I
Those
think
are the
that's the
three
number
things.
one thing. If you don't check that box, your game's gonna struggle,
Does Valorant have a
multiplayer
Yes.
wise.
casual fan base?
Yes, yes. People like people play like unranked Valorant just for fun, like all the time. I see
Valorant.
that clips on TikTok and
That's why
stuff. Yeah.
Rocket League's elite too.
Mm,
I got hit GC in
yeah,
Rocket League
that is
finally. Top
big
1% of the game.
in the nation.
One thing that sucks though about having to check that box with the casual thing is it works, and then a few years later, it's what kills the game too. Low key, I think.
Why? Because the casuals can't stay on it for that
The
long?
casuals quit most cases because like after a while, like think about like all the games, like every popular multiplayer game now, like it all started off everyone didn't know what was going on, then slowly there became a skill gap, and then it made the game peak, and then like everyone's playing it including the casuals, and then eventually it gets to the point where the gap between them and people that play the game like all the time was so big that like it's just not even fair. So all the casuals quit and just go play something else.
Yeah, people
And
don't
then
play
it kind
most
of kills
games.
off the game.
People don't play most games because the competitive is just too competitive,
Yeah.
and they're
Like
bad at the game.
everyone likes to be competitive to a point. It's just some people take it to a whole nother level, and then the casuals
It
basically
just
just can't hang.
it just gets to the point where they're just mad because bad. Like actually,
No, yeah, that's the reason gaming dies. Yeah.
Madka's bad, but also because they can't achieve the high that they once were. Like in Fortnite, like anyone could get a win back in the day, like season 1 or 2. Like it didn't matter because there what the skill gap wasn't that crazy. But now, like if there wasn't skill-based matchmaking in Fortnite, the
yeah, they
casuals
get
that
dropped
play
off.
would get dropped off, and then the high that they got from winning would cease to exist, and they'd quit. Or the enjoyment that they get, which at the end of
So
the
it's
day is
also
winning.
sort of the world of the. It's not. I feel like we're not going that way as much now, but for a while the world was transitioning to such participation trophy world, to where
Oh yeah, I still
everyone
think
earns
that's a
anything
big
without
thing in
grind. Oh, it is
sports,
still
though.
a big thing,
Especially
but I
sports.
just don't think
God
it's
damn.
progressing to that as hard as it was. Like the exponential curve slowed down a bit. I feel like a lot of people are like not appreciating. So
Yeah, I
like
agree.
people are like, oh, I lost. It's ass because everyone's so good. And they don't want to grind to get better. They're just like, oh, everyone's too good. I don't want to
So I
grind.
quit playing.
Like, yeah, I'll quit
Yeah.
playing instead of thinking like, oh, I need to get better at this game. I'm gonna keep grinding it, which
Yeah, I
is
agree. I agree.
yeah,
It's those are the people that shouldn't be making that excuse because they're also the ones who spend time on video games all the time. They just don't devote enough time to one game to get good, so they'll just complain. But I do get the
yeah.
people that just have like an hour a day to play and they're like the game's ruined for them because they just genuinely don't have the time to put in. But that group of people is not as much as I think people make it out to be.
Yeah.
So.
I don't even. Yeah. At some point, like, why would you even play it? If you only have 1 hour a day, why the hell are you grinding
For
like
fun.
Valorant
Yeah, like they're playing that for
ranked?
fun, and they're like not
you
gonna
can't like
complain
have
as
your
much,
cake
though.
and eat it too, though.
Yeah, no, they're not. Those aren't the ones I'm talking about. Those people generally don't complain that much because they don't know any better. Like if you're only playing an hour a day, you don't know how deep some of like this shit goes when it comes to like competitiveness in these games. So like you lose, and you're like, ah, I just suck. Or if you win, you had a good time. Or if you lost, you still had a good time. For those people, it's the
Yeah.
people that uh, play a decent amount, 4 to 5 hours a day, but they don't. They're very competitive, but they're not willing to put in the time to actually like get over the hump. And those are the people that complain, and that's like the majority of people, I feel like. So
Yeah.
rather than getting good, they'll just say the game's ass and then they'll quit.
I think it's time for your guys' favorite segment.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
The
Cam's
Sam.
fastest five.
You announcing it is always so funny.
So with Cam's fastest five, as always, we'll talk about we'll bring up 5 different things, and Cam will rate them. Once he's put it in a slot 1 through 5, he cannot change that slot. Hoss, do you have yours?
Sorry, number one or first option?
Yeah, first option.
Sean Mendez.
5. Mid. Sean Mendez.
Spinach.
Oh, I actually fuck with spinach. Do I fuck with it that hard? 3.
Yugoslavia.
4.
The Dallas Cowboys.
2.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, 1. Yes, sir. My boy Tatum. Hell yeah.
Damn, that's a solid list. That might be one of your better ones.
Yeah, Cowboys too. Wait, what is it exactly?
So
I always
we
forget
had
it.
Jason Tatum at 1, Dallas Cowboys at 2, Spinach at 3, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what was it? Yugoslavia 4?
What is that a place?
And at the 5th spot, what was it?
Is that a place like a
It is.
COD clan?
And the 5th spot was Sean Mendes.
Sean
And that's Cam's
Mendes.
fastest 5, brought to you by nobody.
Nobody yet. We're still looking for somebody to bring us Cam's fastest 5. Please let us know if you want to bring us Cam's.
This is a cry for help.
Cam's fastest 5 might be what's keeping them from sponsoring the podcast. What's your guys' greatest achievement in the games? Me and Hoss had this in casual conversation the other day, but I thought it was a good
Greatest
podcast
achievement?
topic. In gaming, not in your life.
Gaming?
Yeah,
Oh,
Playing with
that's
me?
tough.
on RL Codcasting. No, I'm kidding. RL casting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, like, the achievement might not be something that's considered
It's
by
fine.
most
It's just
to
what you
be-
enjoy. Or
Yeah,
you,
no,
you're
like,
Damn,
or
I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, for me, it's something that it was more I wanted to do it, and less like this is something that a bunch of gamers seek out to like do. And it was dropping 200 kills in a Star Wars Battlefront game pub match. And
That's
I did it.
valid.
Being the Ender Dragon.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
How big are the
and,
lobbies on those?
It was the Walker Assault game mode, so I think it was 25 on 25 or something like that.
Yeah. Is there
So-
streaks in that game?
And that no, there's
Or
no
something?
streaks, but the games could last a decent amount of time. But like to get 200, that was legitimately like an accomplishment. Like that's crazy. Like you had to go nearly like 200 no. What made it a little easier was the heroes. Like you could get a hero or a Sith or whatnot, and you could kind of slam. But it still took some skill. And back then, that was when I was a potato. I guess more so than I am now. So it was crazy.
What about you, Hoss?
Beating Cam's Enderman with me Sword Fighter.
In Smash, actually? I fuck with that answer.
Nah, dude, that was pretty good. No, I guess getting Champion Siege or beating Millennium Summon.
That's valid. Damn, wait, you're actually like 1 of 1 on beating my Enderman with your Sword Fighter, so maybe that is your greatest achievement. No one else has ever beat my Enderman with the me Sword Fighter, so good shit. Mine's probably just GC and Rocket League or platinuming a game like Binding of Isaac or Elden Ring. Maybe Cuphead or Hollow Knight. A bunch of platinums.
Cuphead's crazy. Yeah, the Cuphead platinum is nuts.
Yeah, I love.
Even just beating Cuphead is just like a.
Yeah, like that's achievement for
Even
people.
just normally beating the base game, not even going for the platinum, is crazy.
that's my favorite genre of games, dude. Like,
What, rage?
yeah, like the really
Sadness?
challenging
Sorrow?
ones, like the ones that most people can't do. Like the games that people cry about, there isn't an easier difficulty mode. I love
Mhm.
playing those
Well,
games.
what makes you like them so much? Just because,
I don't
like,
know. Maybe it
the
gives me a feeling of
challenge, or is
superiority.
those games just actually like really good?
They're
Because like, there's obviously
good,
those games, yeah, yeah,
or the ones
but
I
they
can
are just
think
good.
of. Like,
Mhm.
like Cuphead's great for a lot of reasons, like art style, and mechanics in the game. I don't know. I just love those
Mhm.
games because it just makes me feel
Well,
like
it
that
is
took
fun.
skill.
Yeah, it is
Also,
fun.
like it gives you that dopamine
It's
rush
fun
when you beat it.
because I do like you have like your best take is like there should never be like a difficulty meter in a video game.
Yeah.
Because like it's fun when like you see people you like beat a boss, you see people on TikTok like struggling with the same exact thing you did, and then like everyone that beat the boss is like and then now is in a collective like
Yes.
stage
Oh, I
of
remember
like getting
talking
through it.
about you with that one day. Yeah, it's like a sense of community whenever everyone like
Hmm.
completes it. You're like, oh, I fuck with like you did that too. You know that that went through hell to do that.
And
But with like
it was fucking ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
but with like a difficulty
Uh,
slider or handicap, like you don't know if this person literally just like turned that shit on and like
Yeah, to
yeah,
get by.
yeah. I'm like I just don't fuck with that.
I feel like I kind of understand what you're talking about to an extent. Like GTA 5's plat isn't necessarily hard, but like you have to be fucking psycho to try to go for it because it's so time consuming.
Mhm.
And I tried and I beat the entire single player portion of the plat, but the multiplayer was just so toxic. Like I just couldn't be bothered. Like it
That's
literally
valid.
took like
how
probably
long is that
two
plat?
weeks of
It's really
grinding
long.
to yeah, like it is hard. Like just going to get like all the gold trophies and all the missions. Like you have to like actually be crazy to try to do that. Not because it's overly hard, but just because of how frustrating it can get
Yeah, and
and just
time
time
consuming.
consuming. Yeah.
Hmm.
That would
Alright,
have been up there for greatest accomplishment had I finished it, but I never did.
so we got our game accomplished. All right, we got 7 minutes. Most serious topic to end on. Katie Sigmund or Livy Dunn? Who and why?
Oh my god.
That you'd pull or
I'm gonna
want to have
go
a night with?
uh
Want to go on a
I'm
date?
gonna go I'm gonna go Livy Dunn, and my reasoning behind that is um one,
Terrible
she's
take.
athletic. She's athletic. Seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Great
um,
personality.
yeah,
Seems
good
like
personality.
really truly
Um,
smart.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but like, she just checks a lot of boxes in terms of bring home to mom
Oh my
type
god.
Yeah,
vibe.
that's the only
No
reason.
hate on Katie Sigmund, but for those that don't know, she does have hey OnlyFans, and I just
What's
know
wrong with that?
my mother would not approve, and that's an important thing for
Yeah,
me.
that is.
Is what does my mom and dad think, especially my mom, and if she doesn't approve, then it's not going to be a good time. So
Yo, by the way, we are all in our 20s, so Katie Sigmund, Livy Dunn, actually shout out. Check my Instagram, Camhadschin.
Yeah, check him.
But
Both of these girls.
I'd probably go
Both
with
check.
Katie Sigmund, just because she snowboards and golfs, and she has a lot of hobbies, mainly.
but does she really? Like, is she good
Yeah, like
at
she
golf?
shoots. I mean, I'm not good at golf, so we can go be bad together, Katie. Hit me up. She makes TikTok. She makes content. I mean, she just seems like a girl that
That's valid.
actually does stuff. That's the only reason for me.
She definitely does stuff.
What about you, Hoss?
Well, before Hoss goes, I do gotta ask though, and this is the devil's advocate in me. Livy does stuff too. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm also
TikTok
She's a
content,
real life
gymnast,
human being.
national like champ gymnast type
oh
level
yeah,
Olympics.
yeah. I respect the gym stuff. I just feel like we couldn't do that together. But like snowboarding and
Yeah, it's
golf, it's
valid.
something we could
That's
go do
valid. That's
together.
valid.
I gotta go with Livy here.
No.
Why?
I don't know, man. What? Just for the potential that like bath, a bath could take place, and I could just like monetize that.
She just takes a
Wow.
bath. You just go and scoop up all the water in milk jugs, old milk jugs.
Oh my
Make
god.
bank. That's valid, actually. I didn't see the potential for income.
Yeah, dude, this is the monetization value of Livy. Nah, that's so fucked. Yeah, I guess Livy, just cause like Sam said, I don't know. I feel like she'd be easier to get along with. I don't really know anything about Katie Sigmund, to be completely honest, besides her TikToks. I don't know anything about Livy either, but like, I don't know. It's weird. I
Livy
just feel
just
like,
seems a little more personable.
yeah. Again, that's facts. I guess from all the TikToks I've seen, I feel like Livy would be easier to hang out with. I guess so. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
really
because you're
weird
not
to think about.
sweating the whole time from
Yeah.
Katie's presence. But
Mhm.
all right, now I guess I'll do the shout outs on Twitter. We had a total of 0 shout outs on the last tweet.
Damn.
It's funny.
Just pick someone to shout out.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out my new co-hosts for next week, David and Jason. But it's
Oh,
so
man.
sad because Twitter, I literally changed it. I was gonna originally do a shout, like retweet it, have a chance to get shouted out, but I thought that would have not a lot of retweets. So instead I did
100%.
instead I did everyone who retweets gets a shout out guaranteed, and it still got 0 retweets. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just pay people to retweet and get shouted
Mhm.
out.
Oh, I actually have a shout out, or I have a not a shout. It's like a call out more.
All right.
Yo, if you were at Ale House on March 4th at 9 o'clock and you're wearing a black Nike hat,
Oh.
fuck you.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I thought you were gonna shoot your
Yeah, I'll
shot.
tell you. No, yeah, fuck the guy.
Can we get a little, just quick summary of why before we sign off?
Has to be very quick. We got
Yeah,
minute
yeah,
15.
okay. So we asked this guy who we should dedicate the shot to. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and then he pointed to the guy in the black Nike hat, and we dedicated it to him, and it was really awful, and it tasted really bad.
Oh.
Ah,
So it wasn't
so
even
just-
anything he did. It was
Yeah,
just
he did it.
another guy wanting to dedicate
Yeah.
the shot to him.
Yeah.
Damn, feels a bad black Nike catching strays from
Yeah.
lawns
Yeah,
on the
no
pond.
reason.
Sam, you
Feels
wanna
bad.
give a shout out to anyone? You have time. You have time. Like,
Yeah, I'll shout out Cam Newton, my day one
Oh,
homie, favorite athlete of all time.
Invented
Took Auburn
running?
to the national championship.
Mm.
One of the greatest rushing quarterbacks of all time. Absolute stud athlete. Love you, man.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, everyone go retweet my Twitter so I have actual people to shout out next time at Camhadschin, CAMHADSCHIN, and also go follow the podcast on everything. It's on everything: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. It's Hadschat, HADSCHAT. So yeah, peace out, peoples.
See ya.
Peace.